Hi, you've reached Melinda's Threads. Thank you so much for coming along. Please subscribe and please leave your thumbs up. Today we're going to have a look at a challenge that was put out by Carol Tinson, and she has decided to make a lap book that we have decorated. Here is my contribution to her output. Here we've got my book that is made with file folders. Here they are. These ones made here in Australia. It's an Avery brand but foolscap size. So you can see here the size difference. I've actually cut that much off to make this just so it would work with these papers that I've got. This this folder is an ephemera folder, which is full of things that I've cut out ready to make for my next journals that I'm going to do. So I've called this my little shed because it's just really cute as a window that I made on the front. The papers on here are all by Mintay, M-I-N-T-A-Y, and they have worked really, really well with these beautiful old flowers that we'll talk about as we go inside the journal. This paper here was from the My Little Donkey book that was put in the 1930s, and everything here has been inked. The ink that I have used is StazOn, and it's called Spice Chai, which I like a little bit better than the vintage photo. It's a little bit more rustic to go with some of these things. These flowers here are by Tim Holtz. They all look really good, and they actually turn because I've put them on with brads. But yeah, just for a little added dimension, it gives it quite a bit of height. This particular little label here I actually got on eBay. It's actually really based on a very old label system, but it just adds a little bit more metal to the front. This particular stamp here is by is an antique stamp in Austria, which works really well with the colours. So this is the outside. On the spines, I have done washi tape that works really well with the colours again. So then we go inside and we start over on this side here. This side here is, you can actually see through to the actual window itself, which looks really cute. And here I've got the papers by Mintay. Dear Diary is the name of the paper, and it works really well with these soft pinkish hues that work really well with the little metal pieces and other things that I've got going here. This particular one, this was an old clothing tag that I kept that I really liked. I love the black. It works really well with the black of the cardboard on the outside. I've got here some beautiful flowers, beautiful flower stickers, and again on this side here I've got the same. So this book here is just full of things that I can then make for future journals. On this opposing side, I've got where the other spine is, we've got a little pocket that goes here. This particular one can fit a lot more in it. I have it at this stage because I love this rusty effect on the background, which works really well as our window to see through too. This is part of the little paper set as well of the Mintays. Then we turn it over, and underneath there we've got a full-on lot of all of the different stickers that I've cut out. This has all been made with old packaging that I have used tape underneath, and then I've bradded them into place with the tiny little metal brads. These tiny little metal brads work really, really well. Instead of using a sewing machine, I decided not to use a sewing machine on this product just because there's so many little pockets, and it was easier to use just the tape and just the brads. So there's all these different sizes of pockets. We have little tiny round pockets. We have also ones that are sort of business card sized, and then there's a couple of stickers here that are actually postcard size. So there's different sizes all the way through, which have worked really well, and it's easy to see. The actual stickers that I've got are by Flora, Peplin, and there is about 300 stickers within this set that I've cut out. They came in a book. They were really, really lovely, but I've actually kept the label in case I buy different stickers, and then I can stick the label on. This can just come straight off. It just peels off. It's the actual packaging that's actually made into acetate, which is a great pocket for in here. But that's just the beginning. Over the page, we have more stickers. These particular stickers are by the Art Nouveau by Peplum, and they actually had about 250 stickers within that set. There's most gorgeous floral cartouches and also labels that go within the books that are really lovely. There was also, with those two sets, long stickers, very long stickers that work really lovely as washi tape stickers. They also sit in behind this pocket here. So you'll see as I pull that out, you can see that there's lots in there. There's about 10 or 20 in that pocket there that goes all the way down to the bottom. On this particular one, I've put 3 different cigarette cards. They're all really cute, really lovely, and they look really great in the little pockets. They again are original and old and antique, like a lot of my stuff. But yeah, that works really well all the way through. And then over the page, we have another long pocket. So at the top here, we have big long tapes again all the way through, and they work really well with other stickers and other tapes. I've got some other stamps. Those ones have come from Austria, and then some other stickers as well. So there's so much I can fit into this beautiful folder, and we haven't even halfway there yet. Here is another great big pocket. This particular pocket here has 3 on the front, again 3 little small ones, and I've overfilled it with stuffed it with floral images and stamps and all sorts of lovely things, including lovely pictures of eggs and all sorts of lovely things. There's a whole stack of stamps here and under here, so at a glance I can see what I need or what will really work with the papers or whatever I'm working with, but they work really well. Then we will then come over to this page here in the middle. This whole album was designed around a Victorian flower album by Henry Terry. That is a book that I got from England. It actually was sent out, posted to me. It was actually reprinted in the 1970s. I think it was 1978. And if you type in that book and that name, you get all these beautiful old images that we will then have a look at in a minute. But this actually was first painted in 1873. So you can see the real oldness and the type of words and the type of things that I have then kept out, and I've separated them into colours. So at the moment, this little pocket here is full of the red flowers, and they've all got, the different things ready just to pull out when I've got to go with the right particular thing. Then over the page, in this little section, we've got then the reddish colours again with another pocket at the back. These are just skinny little pockets that were put in. Carol designed this so that these flaps all work independently. Now there's 4 flaps that then have pockets on each side. So out of the 4 flaps, I've got 10 pockets, which is really good because I've put some plastic further on. Here, these particular ones, these are all blues and purples and the lovely soft colours. They work really well as part of the plan. And it's also really good because you can see immediately what you've got and what will work. There's, the writing down the bottom and all sorts of lovely things that works really well. Now, if we I'll pop that one back, then flip it over again. So you can see how easy, and none of them have ever fallen out. They are just held in together by these papers that we've put together. This particular set here is all the white ones. So, you know, you have the white lovely flowers that come and go. There's even the beautiful, oh, I love the blossoms. They're just beautiful as they go in. So in the bigger pockets at the back, I've got the bigger pieces that go all the way down there. And here I've got the tiny small pieces and all different writings and what have you in it. I've put the plastic again on this. Now this particular plastic came from a sheet set that my mum gave me for my birthday, which is really cool. So it's got really that lovely thick feel. I've put brads all the way around the corners to give you the strength so that you can pull it in and out and overstuff it if you want to. There's still room to add more. This side I've done the lovely yellows, including the lovely butterflies and things that are with this book. It's actually my favourite book. Even, you know, we'll see another book in a minute that I liked as well. This particular set here is then full of all the pinks. So we've got all the lovely soft pinks and all the lovely words that I've kept. I cut out all the words that we possibly could get because I just love those under clusters and under belly bands and as part of it, the everyday decoupage, clusters that we do. These brads again help hold it all together. I've actually put this particular brads right through to the back to give that bit of extra support, and it's worked really, really well. There's been no tearing or anything, and I'm sure it's going to last many years. We then turn the page, and this side is all of my postcards. So we have quite a few postcards that are all old and all beautiful, all a part of my sets that are really lovely. There's quite a lot here, and it's really good to be able to come to the one place and say, hey, now I'm going to make a postcard cluster or whatever, but they're all really well. This is also really, really good because there's another pocket of set behind that again. So behind that I have put more and more, so there's lots more room, and it's amazing that all of that has fitted into something that's so skinny. So it's not too fat, even though it looks like it. So we'll finish off this back section here. In this section here, we've also got, everyone will recognise this, is the Edith Holden papers, and I've just cut out the words. So the words are all ready, just pull out, and there's a great big pocket there to pull out and to cut up and use in my collages as I need to. When we turn it over, we've then got another pockets on this side, and this one has the smaller words, like is in smaller amounts or smaller pieces. That works really well. Now there's a tiny little pocket here with my fake stamps, with these are actually stickers that work really well with this theme as well. So we're doing really well with all of the florals and what have you. This particular here is come from an Edith Holden book. You can see Edith here as she's drawing in her garden in probably 1901 or 1902. And we love her stuff. We've got her stuff everywhere. This particular pocket is full of her stuff. So in here we've got big long ones. This is a big long pocket. And then behind that I've got I've got two pockets. There's one pocket here and one pocket here. Now both of these pockets are able to get in and out. So you've got your little things that just poke in and out. That work really well. So you can immediately see what you've got. It's really easy to do, and you're fussing through a whole lot of different things. Now behind this one is another pocket. That's a long skinny pocket, and that again, that again is full of the tapes. So we can see again these tapes are long. They go really long, right tucked down in the back, so that you can immediately see what you've got, but it's easy to get in and out of. So that's the Edith Holden, and they fold up like this. That one closes in on the back. Then we have this one, which is folded in on there. Then we've got this side, which folds in there, so you can see how they've fitted in lovely and tight. That was when we worked the edges of all of the product. And then in this side, these two fold over, so they go across like that, so that we're ready, so that we're ready for our little window to pop back into place where it's supposed to go, which works really well. Then we've got the back. This is the sides. You can see how full it is, but it's magnet underneath, and it works really well. Then there's this, that's the bottom. They're all lovely and you wouldn't realise that much would fit into it. It's just really, really great. It's a great design. Thanks, Carol. Then here we've got the back flap. It's got a big, huge magnet in underneath here as well that closes up. And then this particular pocket is gusseted, so it's got extra width, so we can fill it again with more stuff. In this one, we've got my collection of cigarette cards. These particular ones are all I got on eBay, but there is a huge set full of gardening things, and I just love them. They're just beautiful. So I don't know how old these are, probably 1920s, 30s maybe. I don't know. They're just gorgeous. But they fit beautifully in the back in this pocket. You can see all of that, and the lovely words on the back as well. So, you know, it tells you all about it and who did it and all of those lovely things. And then that slips in and that's full. So that works really well. Now this particular bit here, this is my label. I always put it somewhere on my things that I make because I'll forget in a year or two when I actually made it. So I always write down the year that I actually made it. So yeah, so there we go. That all works really well. Then this particular, so that when I go travelling, will fit into a tin. And here's my tin. You've probably never seen one quite like it. It's absolutely beautiful, but it's actually by Crabtree and Evelyn. You see that there? Yeah, Crabtree and Evelyn. It's a beautiful tin that I have then used the foreword that was part of this book, which had all this lovely wording around it and all this lovely writing on it. And again, you know, 1873 for this particular book. And the paper itself feels new, but it's lovely, especially that colours. And then on the back, we have the fellow who actually drew this book. He drew it for his kids, and you'll read all of that on the information on the front. But this particular book, you know, he's got all the different size feel to it. And this then opens up and goes in. So it fits in one side and then the other side, and you'll see that fits in flush and beautiful. And the magnet on there closes, and then ta-da! It's all ready. So now I can take it away with me when I go somewhere, because yeah, when I do craft classes and that sort of thing, it's good to have it with me to show people that the tin works well. Thank you so much for watching, and please tell me if you like it. And any questions, please put any comments down below. Thank you ever so much. Bye.